Hello everyone, I'm writer Coach Tony and welcome back to my channel. I am currently in one of the malls here in Makati and finally I'm able to get an outdoor space. So I've been planning to vlog for some time, but I was a bit too busy last week. So anyway, the vlog now will be about the last movie I watched, which is The Empire of Light, which stars Olivia Colman, Michael Ward, Michael Ward, Michael, I forgot his name, Colin Firth, Michael Ward is correct. The only difference is Michael is spelled E-A-L, not A-E-L. So anyway, so Empire of Light is written by Sam Mendes and also directed by Sam Mendes. So if you're familiar with Sam Mendes' work, he did 1917. He won the Oscar for American Beauty, and he also did Road to Perdition. So he's a very accomplished, very good director. So he's also one of my favorite directors. That's why I decided to watch the movie. Sadly, the movie had no audience here in Manila. I think nobody knows who Sam Mendes is, because when I watched it in the Ayala cinemas, I was the only person in the cinema. And the funny thing is, they allowed me to watch, even if I were the only person in the audience. Somebody came in the middle, but he left. And maybe had reasons why he had to leave also. So anyway, I had high expectations for the movie because it's Sam Mendes and because it's Olivia Colman, so I had high expectations. So I thought from the rushers that it was a movie about cinema, because actually the production design, the costume, the makeup, production design is top notch. It's one of the most beautiful movies. Cinematography, very beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful movies I've seen based on the set design. However, because the movie house is set in a town in the United Kingdom, and I think it's in the southern part. I forgot that Margate yata is the name of the town. Yun lang, I forgot it looks like Brighton actually, kasi the movie house is in front of the beach. So if you cross, you can see the beach na. And the cinema is so beautiful. It's probably the most beautiful cinema I've seen. I don't know if it's a real cinema, but it's big. It's a big lobby, and then they have ornate designs, no? So initially I thought it's Empire of Light kasi nga empire. So I thought it was about a cinema. However, it turned out that it's not about a cinema. I was totally thrown off by the story. I did not expect that the story would be that, and it was so different from what I expected, no? And it was in a bad way, and not really in a good way, because number one, I cannot stand movies about mentally ill people, and unfortunately, the character of Olivia Colman here has a mental illness. So she's going through something, and then when she unhinges, she becomes a terrible human being. And for me, I don't know, sometimes it's difficult to watch, because I do remember a lot of good mental health movies like Awakenings, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Those I really enjoyed, but this one, I think because it came so suddenly, no? You're just watching the movie the whole time, and then suddenly in the middle part, she, due to several, I don't know the reasons, there were no triggers. Were there triggers? Because if you look at Olivia Colman and Michael Ward, you'll find out why. Because a love affair happened between the two, and then when you see them, you'll know why they have a bit of a problem. But the funny thing, the movie kasi is set in 1981. So I was thinking 1981. By that time, I think the UK was more open already to African people, black people. Tapos ayun, the character of Olivia Colman is medyo bonkers pa. I think she was able to handle the role well. Yun lang, it does not make her very empathetic, or for any audience you want to root for the lead actress here. Just like in The Lost Daughter, she couldn't get any of my sympathy. In The Lost Daughter, I was even irritated because in the end she kind of killed herself. Here in Empire of Light, almost the same story. Like there was no redeeming value why she had to go through life that way. But the good thing is she has her friends, she has her she had no family, but she had her friends in the cinema who was helping her. So in a way, she was able to survive her life. Yun lang, the way the story came out, medyo uneven, and there were too many unexpected things. Like there was a scene there where they had to contend with this group of racists, no? And it was a bit jarring to watch. I was a bit shocked as well. This was 1981. I didn't know that at that time in the history of the UK, during the time of Margaret Thatcher, the UK was experiencing, it was like watching a 1960s Mississippi movie, no? If you remember the Mississippi movie, parang ganon, no? So this is already in the 80s, no? So time of Sade, time of the black artists who were famous. But anyway, I couldn't believe that the UK was that backward pa rin, even the people, that they were blaming the black people for the social ills of their country. So yun. So those were some of the issues in the movie which makes it a bit uneven. And Olivia and Micheal though act very well. Micheal Ward is very handsome. He's actually black, but his face is so perfect. It's like a perfect model, perfect body. So I won't be surprised if he gets more roles in the future. He should be a future at Idris Elba. And then Colin Firth is also here. Very good performance as well. He's a adulterer. And of course, like any British movie, there's a cast of supporting actors who are have very unique characteristics and who have very defined characters, so they help move the story along. For me, I didn't like the movie because I didn't know what its point was. Was it about mental health? Was it about the relationship between a black man and a white woman? Or was it the relationship between an older white woman and younger black man? So all those were in a way problems. So those were the conflicts in the movie. But considering that it was 1981 already, I don't think it was such a big deal to have that kind of relationship, no? That's it. So anyway, I don't really recommend the movie, although it's well acted, beautifully photographed. Unless you want these types of movies, if you feel that you can get something from it, that's fine. But in my case, I was able to get something from it. I left the theater a bit disappointed and sometimes bored. I rarely get bored with these stories, but with this one, Parang I wanted to watch another movie. And the funny thing is, I watched this after I watched The Whale. So sayang, no, The Whale was such a good movie, and then suddenly, ayun, compared to Empire of Light, mas maganda yung The Whale. So anyway, with that, thank you for watching my movie review. This is my movie review for the movie Empire of Light, directed by Sam Mendes and starring Olivia Colman and Michael Ward. Please follow me on my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Facebook, and subscribe to my channel. Please click the bell below. Thank you very much. Bye.